These people were just plain weird. Not only did they let their own heads roll right off, they also jammed a pitchfork straight through their skulls. And when they were set on fire, they didn't make a single sound. Watching all of this, my daughter Mavis was absolutely terrified. She turned into a bat and bolted from the scene. Seeing that, I couldn't help but smile with satisfaction. This whole thing was a setup, my setup. Those villagers were all zombies in disguise, and the entire village was nothing more than a temporary stage built from scratch. Once Mavis got home, she finally believed what I'd been telling her all along. Humans are genuinely terrifying. To celebrate the success of my plan, I broke out the worm cake. But just when I was feeling pretty pleased with myself, things went sideways. A human named Jonathan suddenly barged into Hotel Transylvania. He actually thought there was a costume party going on. The moment I laid eyes on him, I froze. If the monsters staying at the hotel found out a human had snuck in, it would have been a total disaster. I moved to throw him out. But the second we stepped outside, another wave of guests showed up to check in. I had no choice. I dressed Jonathan up as a monster and had him blend in with the crowd, buying time until I could sneak him out. But Jonathan had absolutely no self-control. He reached out and touched one of the female skeletons. She slapped him right on the spot. Her boyfriend, the skeleton guy, saw his girlfriend getting messed with and launched Jonathan across the room with one punch. It wasn't until that moment that Jonathan realized these monsters were completely 100% real. He panicked and bolted in every direction, and in all the chaos, he ran straight into Mavis. Sometimes fate just works in the most unexpected ways. The two of them fell for each other on the spot. I could tell things were going south fast, so I grabbed Jonathan and pulled him away immediately. I took him down to the tunnels, planning to use them to get him out of the castle, but there were way too many exits. I got completely turned around. One wrong turn had me walking into a wall, and another had me stumbling in on a female skeleton in the middle of her bath. After all that, when I finally found what I thought was the exit, I ended up right back in the main hall. There was nothing left to do. I had to let Jonathan keep playing monster. What I didn't see coming was just how naturally Jonathan fit right in. He grabbed a guitar and launched into a full-on performance without missing a beat. These monsters had never heard music that electric before. They were instantly hooked. And Mavis, watching from the crowd, had become his #1 fan. Later on, Jonathan watched the monsters playing the same tired old games and just couldn't take it anymore. He grabbed a skateboard and, just like that, became the most talked about person in the whole place. Then Frankenstein, completely hyped up, decided to do a cannonball into the pool to keep the party going. I was losing my mind. If this kept up, Jonathan's monster disguise was going to fall apart sooner or later. I drained the pool, thinking that would put a stop to it. But somehow, Jonathan still wanted to dive in anyway. Left with no other option, I froze him in place, then called in the green blob to handle the situation once and for all, and got Jonathan thrown out of the castle. After that, I moved to erase his memory. But this guy was wearing contact lenses, and the memory erasing spell had absolutely no effect on him. I was completely speechless. In the end, I had no choice but to let him go.